Hello everybody. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today we were off from work, so I thought that I would get some earrings, ornaments, and shirts made with you guys. I've had a couple requests on doing the sublimation tutorial, so that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to tell you everything that I've learned so far. So I'm fairly new to sublimation. I have done tons and tons of research, and I am in love with the results. I mean, it has just been amazing. So let's get started. Welcome to Mountain Made Creations. If you're catching this on Facebook, let me know where you're watching from. If you're catching this on YouTube, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up and turn on those notifications so you don't miss any future videos. So I am going to share this out in my private group real fast. If you're not in Jill's creative side, go join that. It's a private Facebook group that I do giveaways and all sorts of fun stuff in there. So go check that out. All right, so what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to do a shirt. I'm going to do some earrings and some ornaments. So what you'll need is you'll need some parchment paper. You'll need some, if you are printing your sublimation, you'll need a sublimation printer and sublimation paper. The printer has to have sublimation ink in it before it will work. I purchased the Epson F-170. It is a sublimation printer. You can get other Epson printers and convert them, but once you convert them, you void the warranty. So I wanted to get something where I didn't have to set up the color settings because I just don't have time for all that. And this came, I set it up, easy to set up, super easy to use. I am loving it. So I use this sublimation paper. The printer that I have takes, the largest that you can print is 8.5 by 14, and I also have 8.5 by 11. So this is the paper that I use, and you'll need some heat resistant tape. This came from Amazon, and I did just buy some more at Michael's. It's the Cricut brand. I haven't even used that yet, so hopefully it's good. But I didn't want to run out because I'm like a crazy person in the store. Now I'm looking at every single shirt, the tag of what it's made out of. It's crazy. All right, so we're going to do a shirt first. And what I have learned, I'm in a sublimation group on Facebook, and I have read in there that several people have sublimated on 50-50 shirts, which is 50% cotton, 50% polyester. They say sublimation works best with the highest content of polyester you can get. It is very hard to find a 65 to 100% polyester shirt. It just is. And I'm not sure if I would like 100% polyester. Now, I did find some shirts yesterday in Walmart, or Sunday in Walmart, that were 100% polyester. They were $7.98. I had to get them just to try it. And these are great little layering shirts. Let me show you one. These are really cute little layering shirts. They're soft, 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 and they're 100% polyester. So they have like a texture to them. I don't know if you can see the texture. It's kind of like the ribbed, but this is a sublimation design on here, and it is beautiful, and it is in the fabric, so you can't feel it. It's like in the fabric. That's why sublimation is so good, because it's not like vinyl. It's not like screen print or direct to transfer, direct to film. It's not like that, because you can feel all of those. This is like in the fabric, so you can't feel it, and it will last a long time. However, a lot of people said, like, I posted pictures of those two sweatshirts yesterday. They came out so good. They say that a lot of times if it's not a high quality, a high content polyester, it won't be as vivid. The colors won't be as vivid, but it was. It turned out really good, and they say once you wash it, it'll fade. Well, I just came home from Sam's and stuck them in the washing machine. Before I put them in the dryer, I pulled them out and looked, and I couldn't even tell a difference. So to me, it's awesome, and I couldn't tell that it lost any of its color. So I'm saying that 50-50 works because I tried it. Now this shirt is, if I can find my glasses, well, I laid them down somewhere. All right, let me use these. This is 50% polyester, 29% cotton, or 25% cotton, 25% rayon. And this is a next level. I purchased this on Jiffy Shirts, and that's where I got the sweatshirts from. So it's just like a baseball tee. It's kind of like a really light or a white heather or charcoal. I don't know what color that is, but it's kind of like a heather. So we're going to sublimate on this today. And I found this cute, because y'all know I'm all about these birds, but isn't this the cutest little turkey you've ever seen? He's so adorable. So anyway, what you'll need to do is, if you have a sublimation printer, you'll need a program to go in and resize things and to print from. And a lot of times when I make my ornaments, I will go into Cricut Design Space. And if I'm using photos of like I did the one of my birds, I took the photo and a circle in Design Space and sliced it and put it in the circle. Then I saved it. Then I went to Silhouette Studio, the free version, and got the file where I saved it on Cricut Design Space, because you can retrieve those files. And if you want to know how, let me know and I can show you how to do it. It's a few steps, but it's easy once you know how to do it. Yeah, it's a trick that I learned and it's awesome. So I get the image, the circle with the picture, and put it in Silhouette Studio and then resize it. Now these are 3.5 inch. I resized to 3.7. That is because you want to make sure you're getting the whole ornament on there. So like these, the ornaments we're going to make today, these are 3x7. They're actually squares, but we're doing a circle. And I didn't need to reshape it because I just made it a little bit bigger, because you want some hanging over, so you make sure you don't leave any of the white part showing on your ornament when you press it. Another tip that I learned. So I'm going to press this, and I use the settings on the back of the box of paper. They have all these settings listed, the temperatures and the times on here, and the pressure. And I am using a textile, which it says 400 degrees for 25 to 40 seconds. 40 seconds with medium pressure works good for me. I think I did 30 seconds and I could have did 40 and it would be better. One way you can tell is when you press it, you want all the ink on the shirt, not on the paper, but it still works. Even I have pressed one like the pink sweatshirt. The paper looked like I didn't even use any ink, but it was on the shirt and you saw it, so it worked. So you always want to mirror your images when you print them as well. You can purchase lots of patterns and files on Etsy, on design bundles, and you can even go to Etsy or other places and buy the transfers, like the sheets. They'll sell you the physical pattern sheets. That's what I started out doing until I took the leap. And I'm going to tell y'all, I did a craft show this past weekend, paid for my printer. One show. It was amazing. I completely sold out of the ornaments. I'm telling you, the sublimation has changed my business. I'm just saying. It's been awesome, and I am loving it. So what I did before I came live is I pressed the shirt for like 10 seconds just to get all the moisture out. I'm going to put it on. This is my heat press. It's a fancier studio. I got it off of Amazon a few years ago. And it's the clamp shell or whatever they call it. And it has the temperature, and then you can set the timer. And it will beep when it's 40 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down on here. I'm going to get it ready. And then we'll put the transfer on. I was putting the shirt on like the other way and scooting it into like putting the bottom of this inside the shirt. It's easier for me to center it like this. So I also have a little guide here that I bought from Magnolia that sells the reusable stencils and paint and all that. So I got this from them, but you can pick these up anywhere. I'm just going to try to get it centered up. You want to be careful because it's going to be hot. So I'm just going to center it up right there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, since this is centered on the paper, I'm going to fold this paper in half just at the top so I know where the center is. So I'm just going to put a little bit of a fold at the top. I don't know if y'all can even see that. And then I'm going to lay it with the sub paper showing up, the print down. So I'm just going to line that up right there. And now I'm going to take some heat resistant tape, and tape that down. And you want some parchment paper over top of it so you don't get blowouts on your pads. I'm just going to put that over it. And I'm actually going to scoop the shirt up a little bit just because I want to make sure I get, and y'all know what I forgot to do. All right, now we're just going to, what I forgot to do was you should always go over it with a lint roller. I forgot that both times yesterday on my sweatshirt. So you should roll it and get the any kind of lint off. And I do that on all the earring blanks and everything, because if there's any dust or anything, it'll pick it up in your image. So hopefully it'll turn out. And so it's on for 40 seconds. Then I'm going to take that off. But while that's going, let me show you a few earrings that I made before the craft show. These are some crosses. These are new blanks that I received right before my craft show, so I haven't had time to show you guys. I don't even think I posted them, but these are like the fall patterns, the fall colors. I thought those were super cute. And then we have some ovals. I really like those. Okay, so when it's done, you want to go ahead and peel that paper off. Oh. And it's going to be hot, hot, hot. Oh my goodness, you guys. How stinking cute is that? Is he not the most adorable thing ever? Y'all, I'm telling you, this stuff is great. So this is the little turkey bud. He's adorable. You can get all kinds of files off Etsy and Design Space. So I'm just going to lay him there, let him cool off a little bit. But what I was going to say is, I just lost my train of thought. Here's some more little pumpkin earrings. These are the teeny tiny ones that I ordered by mistake, but a lot of people at the craft show liked the smaller ones because they just did. These are 1 inch, and these are 1.5 inches, and then these are the 2 inch. So that's those. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my timer to 70 seconds because now we're going to be doing the ornaments and the earrings, and they have to be sit longer under the heat. So I'm going to change the time to 70. And so, I mean, this right here, you can't feel it. It's like in the fabric. Y'all, I am seriously loving this. I mean, I don't know. How stinking cute is that, y'all? I'm telling you, it's adorable. And it should not, it may fade some after like a bunch of washes, but the ones I just washed, I couldn't tell at all. But now what I did is I took a picture of both those sweatshirts in my sunroom where it had plenty of light, and then I'm going to take a picture after they dry in that same room with the same light and let you see the difference. I couldn't tell a difference before I put them in the dryer. So hopefully, I don't think the dryer would really have anything to do with it. But, all right, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to get these earrings going and these ornaments. And if y'all haven't tried sublimation, you should give it, if you're into making things. I recommend it. I mean, maybe not go out and buy a printer, but you can buy, you can actually order, like I said earlier, you can order the transfer patterns yourself from somebody that prints them and sends them to you. So what I did was, and we're going to put the earring blanks and ornaments on a piece of parchment paper, and then we're going to cover it with parchment paper. Now, I'm going to be using a ton of parchment paper because I'm hooked on this. So I went to Sam's, and they had this parchment paper for $15, and it's a ton of parchment paper. It'll last me a long time, unless I just get crazy with the sublimation. So let's make I'm going to do the ornament. These are two-sided. And so once I get the ornament out, before I do the other side, I put it in front of my fan and let it cool before I do the other side. So what you want to do is you want to take the plastic off of the ornament. It comes with plastic coating on there. I started this one, but I went ahead and peeled them off of the other ones because I don't want to waste time with you guys sitting here doing that, but you just pull this off and sublimate on it. Now, you want to make sure you pull that off, because if you forget, you'll ruin it. And so then I'm going to take my lint roller and I'm going to go over the ornament to get all that dust off. And if you forget, like I did on the shirt, if there's anything on here, it's going to show up when you press it. So I try to remember to always do that on the earrings and the ornaments. And I get excited doing the shirts, so I've completely forgot. So these images look dull when you print them or when you get them. They're going to be more vibrant once you heat set them. And I had someone ask me what sublimation was, and I went and looked up the technical definition of it and posted it. So if you don't know, go check that out. So I'm going to lay this down on the ornament, and I'm trying to get the whole deer in there and line it up with the ribbon hole at the top. And so now I'm going to tape this down, and you want to tape it really good so it does not move. And what I'm going to do is, once I get these out, I'll put them in front of my fan, like I said earlier, and let them cool. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I've got it taped down. You want the white part up against the ink, and then when you lay them on the heat press, you're going to lay it face down. Okay, and so now we're going to do the other one with the little squirrel, and I'm going to, and I have six custom orders I have to make, and then I'm going to be out of ornaments, but I have 20 that should be delivered this week, and then I have 50 more on the way. So if you want a custom order, let me know, because I can put any kind of photograph on there, just like with these. And I have made a lot of custom orders so far, and I'm still getting them. So if you are interested in that, let me know, and I can get with you on how to get me the prints that you want on there. But I mean, y'all, it would be a super cute idea for Christmas, because you just can't go wrong with a personalized order or a personalized item. It just means something. It's, you know, it's not just something you pick up in the store and you buy. And I am into photography, so anything I can incorporate with photography, I think is awesome. And the donkey pictures are a huge hit at these events, and so I am going to make some ornaments with the donkey pictures on there. All right, so I have these two ready to go. So I'm going to put them face down, and I'm going to kind of make a sandwich, if you will. All right, I have these face down, and then I'm just going to fold that paper over it. Let me move this over just a little bit. Okay, so it's kind of like a sandwich. So I'm going to put it on the press like this. So you've got parchment paper on the bottom and the top, because you want to protect your heat press. You want to protect it from the colors blowing out. Okay, so now I'm just going to close this for 70 seconds. And it's on medium pressure. Now on that shirt, as you can see, well, I ripped it, but it doesn't look like any of that color came off, but it did, as you can see on the shirt. So I'm loving it. So I'm going to put the ornaments on here when they come out, and you should use heat protectant gloves. These are my work gloves, and that's all I have down here, so that's what I'm going to use when I get them off of there. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to make some polka dot earrings and some other design earrings. And I think I want to do, I don't know if those will fit. Let's try these. Yeah. I'm going to I'm going to use the 1.5 inches. I don't have the other side, so I'll have to print the other side, because these are double-sided ornament earrings, but these are not. So get my gloves, and you should take the paper and stuff off while it's still hot. I may have had my pressure set too high. We'll see. So I'm just going to take this off. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my pressure is good. I'm going to show you that, how I know that, in just 1 second. These are so hot. This tape just sticks to everything. Oh my gosh. Y'all, how stinking cute. Now this, you see how the color is really faded now because it all went on here. And so I may have to put the pressure up a little bit when I do my shirts to get more ink on the shirt, but it's actually doing perfectly fine. And so, how pretty is that, you guys? Oh my goodness. So here's the print. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these over in front of the fan so we can do the other side. And let the fan be cooling those off because I don't want to do the other side while it's really hot. So hang on 1 second, you guys. All right. How amazing is that, you guys? Oh my goodness. I love seeing those results. So what I'm gonna do on this one is I'm gonna only do this one side because I didn't print this but one set because I didn't really think I would be doing those, but we're gonna do it because I think they're really cute. So I'm gonna lint roll that and put it down, and then I'm gonna lint roll the, now I did take the plastic coating off of these. No, you can't use the picture more than once. Once you use it, you can't use it again, unfortunately. But that's a good question. I don't know what is on that. Piece of tape. Okay. So I'm gonna put these down on here, and then I'm gonna tape it because you don't want this to move. If it moves while it's heat setting, it will make it like a shadow effect, and you don't want that. And I bought this heat resistant tape off of Amazon, but I did just get some Cricut tape. I don't know if it's as good, but this is the Cricut tape that I just bought. I haven't used it yet, so I don't know if it's any good. Okay, so I have this one taped down. I'm gonna set it to the side, and then we're going to do, let's do the crosses on here. And tape these down. So the crosses are one-sided, and I'm just gonna run this lint roller over it a few times. And also, when you take the protective coating off, you want to be careful not to scratch it. I use the Cricut weeder, and it works good, but you have to be careful and not scratch it. Or you can use your fingernail or whatever, but these will scratch really easy. But they are so shiny when you get, the results are just amazing. And my customers, you guys are loving them. So, all right, so I'm gonna tape these down. Hopefully this is gonna come out right. The earrings and the ornaments have been so fun to make, and I'm telling you guys, the ornaments sold out at that show very fast. I was like, I think I found my thing with these sublimation. I mean, I am having a blast making them, and it is an investment though. So if you want to start with sublimation, I would recommend you starting with maybe just buy the transfer paper already printed for you. And I have a girl that I used on Etsy that was really awesome. I just sent her the files that I wanted printed, and she printed it and mailed it to me, so it was awesome. I think it was like $3. Okay, so next we're gonna do this one, and we're gonna do polka dots, the red and green polka dots. And then I have another design that I'm gonna use. for the rest of them. I actually think I'm going to do a couple more crosses with this next design. I think I might be running out of tape, which is okay because I just bought some and I'm hoping that it's as good as this tape, because you can't see where the tape was. Some people have said certain tapes they could see the tape on the design. I'm not sure about that. So we have this one taped down just like that. And let's do I should have had these cut out before. Whoops, I just cut right into my eye. I think I want it, well, let's go ahead and do this one since. But I'm telling you guys, I am loving the results of this. And it's just been a great thing that I came upon and learned about. Sublimation has been around for a while, but I just, the thing about the polyester shirts is what turned me off from it. But now that I know I can use the 50-50, or at least so far, I have to take them out of the dryer, and I'll post pictures. Like I said, the printer that I purchased, I got it on Walmart, and it was 400 and right at 400, I think. And it came with full bottles of ink, because it's like the, you know, the or the ink tanks that you pour the ink in there, but you need to use Epson sublimation ink, and it comes with the full set. And I asked and did a lot of research before I went for it, and they said that a lot of people said that they had had their printer for a year and still hadn't replaced the ink. So I have a Canon photo printer that is like that as far as like the ink tanks, and I've had it for 3 years and I've not replaced the ink yet. So if it's anything like that, I'm going to be happy. And the ink is not, I'm not really sure exactly how much it is. I can't even quote what it is per bottle of ink, but it's pretty reasonable. So we're just going to put this down. Tape this. But the printer, the reason I purchased that printer when I found it on Walmart is because I know that you can take it back to the store and return it. So you're pretty much covered. Like with Amazon or whatever, you're not, I'm just leery of purchasing big price items like that through Amazon. That's just my preference. So here's the parchment paper. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. And then I'm going to take each one and I'm going to lay them down just like this. So this part up, that part down. I'm going to put them all down. I mean, you can do a lot of pairs of earrings at one time. It's pretty amazing. And then I'm going to put some parchment paper on top. And then I'm going to wait. Let me grab the ornaments. Y'all hang on. Okay, so these are nice and cool, so I'm going to go ahead and get them ready while that is working its magic. So I'm going to put the bear on the back of the deer. Y'all know I'm all about these animals. And so I'm going to line it up. I'm so glad to be live with you guys today. We're off today and we're off on Friday, so I'll probably be live with you guys on Friday. So this is what this looks like. So the bear is on this side. And then we're going to do the wolf on the other side of the squirrel. My gloves. Definitely wear gloves because y'all, it's hot. It's 400 degrees, so it's hot. Really hot. Wow. Oh my goodness, you guys. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. So you can see the difference. I love it, you guys. I love it, love it, love it. And so these were just patterns, but they are so pretty. So, so pretty. And I'm full-fledged into Christmas crafting now because it's past Halloween. But I don't ever want to forget about Thanksgiving because we have so much to be thankful for. I mean, there's a lot of families suffering right now, and we have lots to be thankful for. This tape wants to stick to my glove. Y'all, these are so cute. Oh my gosh. Anytime I mess with polka dots, I think of my sister because she loves polka dots. Oh. And nutcrackers. She's all about those nutcrackers. So I want to show you why you want to use parchment paper. Give me 1 second. And I'll show you all the earrings and so when you are taping your paper to your surface and you want to leave a little bit on the edge, like you don't want to, like you see where I had the earring and I have some left over, well that color left over is going to transfer onto your pad if you don't have it protected. So that's why you want to use parchment paper. See, that would be on my heat press if I didn't put this down, and then that would transfer onto anything else that you made. Like you could really ruin a lot of projects. So you always want to make sure use parchment paper on the bottom and parchment paper on the top. Unless you're doing a shirt, then you want to use it on the top. But that's it. Okay, guys. Oh my gosh. So these are so cute. Oh my goodness. So I'll have to print more of this pattern to put on the other side. But that's these. And then we have these cute, these most adorable polka dots, y'all. And they're just so vibrant and so shiny. I just can't say enough how amazing this is. I mean, and this is green, like a dark green, and it looks black on here. So you see the difference of how vibrant it is. But now when you're sublimating on earrings, you have to use blanks that are for sublimation. Because if you just use the wood, it's not gonna come out like this. So you need to use blanks that are made for sublimation. And these came from Etsy, and I can put a link to the Etsy shops that I bought these from. But the ornaments that I ordered from, I think it's called Sea Glass Design, or I can't remember. I'll have to post the link. But her stuff is so, so good. That's why I'm going back to her. She is a small business in Florida. I want to support her. I don't want to support overseas companies that are just making these in bulk and not caring, because on Amazon, you can get these blanks on Amazon, but I read the reviews and a lot of them weren't that great, and I want them to be awesome because I sell these. So so that's what this one looks like. Y'all, these are so cute. All right, so let's do the other side of the ornaments and then we'll be done. I am just loving, loving, loving this, and I'm gonna go, hopefully the shirts will be dry soon, and I will post a picture of what they look like after I have washed them. I wash all my clothes in cold water, and I use Tide-free. So if you're gonna wear sublimated clothing, and I've turned them inside out, which I don't think that really matters, but I usually do. If my shirts have graphics on them, I'll turn them inside out and wash them, but I'll dry them. If I can't throw them in the dryer, or I can hang them out to dry, or hang them up. So this is what these look like on this side, and we're gonna sublimate this side. So we're gonna need some more parchment paper. And you see, if you reuse the parchment paper and it has ink on it, it's going to transfer over onto whatever you're heating next. So I'm always just making sure that doesn't happen. So I just use a clean sheet every time. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put him face down onto the parchment paper. Same with this one. He's going to go face down. And then I'm just going to fold this over to cover it. kind of like a sandwich. And I'm going to put that on the heat press. I'm going to make sure that they are not touching. And press for 70 seconds on 400 degrees. Now that's my heat press. That's what I have found that works the best. So, and then you'll just need some ribbon for your ties on the ornaments. I used twine on this one. You can use whatever looks good. Like if there was a color in, like I did a couple custom ones, and the colors, I tried to use the color ribbon to match the colors in the picture, just because that's just me. I like to match. So I hope that this has inspired you guys to go and try it. Like I said, you don't have to buy the printer. Just buy the prints. The one that I purchased, they were like $3, and she ships them to you, and it works out fine. So that way you don't have to invest in the printer. I just took a leap because I do a lot of craft shows and vendor events, and so I just said I'm gonna try this and see if it benefits my business, and it did, because this past weekend was the best event I've ever had since I've been doing this. And yeah, I was extremely happy about that, and I couldn't believe how fast the ornament sold out. And the earrings sold really well also. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. And I'm gonna see what this looks like. Oh wow. And I was worried when I first started doing the ornaments of doing double-sided that you would see like the tape or something, but you can't. No, I can't get that tape off. Ouch, we'll let that cool a minute. Like I said, these are super hot. I have a hole in my glove. Like I said, these are my work gloves. Okay, so I'll show you what they look like. Oh my goodness, y'all. How adorable is that? And that's what it looks like when it's finished printing or finished pressing. So there's the wolf, and there's the squirrel. How sweet is that, y'all? And you can't tell I have the tape on there or anything. I don't know how. Let me get that tape off of there without. There we go. It's so hot. All right, so there's the bear. How sweet is that? And so this is what the paper looked like after I pressed. So it's really light. You want most of your color and ink to go on your item. So that is the ornaments. Now, what I would do for my custom ornaments is get the picture and go in. I use Cricut Design Space because you have to go in, and it takes some time, but it's something that I enjoy doing. I think people don't realize what goes into making things yourself. People say, oh, I can do that. Okay, well, there is an investment in there. So doing the pictures, you have to go in and resize them and crop them and slice them and all that fun stuff. And then it's just two different programs that I use. You can also print from Canva. I don't really care to print from Canva. I've tried it and I didn't like it. So I use what works for me. And these come out amazing, y'all. I mean, and look at the colors of the trees, how they came out so vibrant and pretty. So yeah, I am loving it. So if you're interested and you want a custom ornament for Christmas, send me your order. I am selling my ornaments for $10, and that is custom or just a regular made ornament. And the earrings are also $10 if you're interested in the earrings. I'll be posting these finished later. I'll get the backs finished and put the hooks and all that in there, because a lot goes into these too. You have to buy the hardware to make the earrings. So anyway, so just in that length of time we made a shirt, 2 ornaments, and 5 pairs of earrings. Of course the earrings aren't finished yet, but just in that amount of time, that's what we made. So how stinking cute. So be watching for the pictures of the sweatshirts after I wash them. But so far, when I took them out of the wash, I couldn't even tell that any ink was faded or anything. So it looked really good. So if I continue to like the results of the shirts, I'm probably going to start offering those as well. But I just want to make sure that they come out really good before I start selling them. So that's today's tutorial. I hope you guys liked it. If you are just hopping on, or if you're catching this on a replay, I would love it if you would just let me know what you think. Give me your opinion on these items, on the sublimation. I am having a blast with it. I love it. And so I'm trying to incorporate more items into my plethora of other things. So I'm still making the door hangers. I have a couple of custom door hangers to make this week. And and then we have another show on the 18th. It is at the Venture Studio on 220 as you're going like towards Rocky Mount. It's on the left. It has the funny roof. It kind of looks like a tent, but it's not. And it's right across from Bojangles. So November 18th, come out and see us. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be 30 vendors. And there's also going to be Santa. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. So you guys, thank you so much for hopping on with me today. I hope that this has inspired you to try and make something, or just, you know, even if you don't want it, make it. That's fine. I hope that this just, I don't know, is interesting to you like it was to me. So I'm just learning all I can learn about sublimation, but so far I'm loving it. The printer I have, I love. A lot of people want printers that can print larger, but for me, 8.5 by 14 is plenty big. So that's it, you guys. I hope that you like this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're catching it on a replay, hashtag replay, so it bumps it up. And I hope you guys have a great day. And it's election day, so go vote. And I will probably be seeing you guys on Friday because I'm off on Friday. So I'll be here making more things, hopefully some more shirts. I'm running out of shirt blanks, so I'm like making everything. I have another sweatshirt, but I've got to decide what I'm going to put on it. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you have a blessed day. Oh, let's do a devotional. Hold on, let me grab it. I keep leaving the one that I read every day. I keep leaving it upstairs. So I'm going to go to today's date, which is November 7th. And I'll read this devotion to you from this day. And this is the little devotional book called Grace for Today. And it is by, I don't know. Anyway, it says it's a 1-minute devotion. So let's read this one real quick for November 7th. It says, let me put my glasses on. God's grace is sufficient. The days of the blameless are known to the Lord, and their inheritance will endure forever. Psalms 37:18. It says, we often hear people who apparently live virtuous lives and yet are plagued by disaster. Sometimes we want to question God's actions, and it is difficult to agree with Paul when he says, we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28. However, it is important to remember that God's perspective on life is eternal, and he truly desires all things to work for your own good. Paul also says that our present suffering does not outweigh the glory that will be revealed in us. Romans 8:18. Take courage and let your heart be peaceful. God's grace is sufficient. I thank you, all-knowing God, that your grace is always sufficient for me despite my problems. Amen. God is awesome, and we just have a lot to be thankful for. I know that it's hard sometimes when you worry to give it to God, but if you will, you'll see that you're kind of at peace. I know I'm a chronic worrier, and if I just sit down with God and give him my worries, my fears, my anxieties, I immediately feel a peace. So if you have something that's heavy on you, go to God with it. If you want me to pray for you, I will absolutely do that. You just comment or message me, and I will be happy to do that. All right, guys, y'all have a wonderful day. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you on Friday. Y'all take care.